Hello everybody, Link here, and today I want to talk about the new Sylenth update. We have Oscillator Drift now on Sylenth. If you don't know what Oscillator Drift is, basically it's when the pitch of the oscillator varies over time. So to control this on Sylenth now we have to go to the Settings.xml. If you use Sylenth you probably know this. But yeah, maybe you don't, but here's the settings. You can use oversampling, which is really good if you want your Sylenth to sound better. Of course it's gonna use more CPU, and then there's a bunch of options here for hotkeys and everything, but we want to oh my god. We want to search for drift, so there's this. We have the tuning here, of course it's 2440, which is that A frequency, normal standard frequency, and then we have oscillator drift, which for default it comes as 0.025, which is 1/40, I think, which is very subtle. If you notice, the pitch is barely changing for the note. And another thing I noticed is that this drift, I think on analog synths, I'm not sure because I never owned an analog synth or used one, but on analog synths in general, the pitch should change over the duration of the sound. If you just hold a note, for example, the temperature could change, or anything that could change the sound electronically could change the pitch of the note because it's analog. And oscillator drift basically, is this, but on Sylenth it simulates this, but on Sylenth it only happens when you play a new note. So if you have a bunch of notes in a row, you can kind of notice, but for now, yeah, it's not very noticeable because it's really subtle. So if I try and change this value to like 30 or something, which would be like almost 3 octaves, it would be really noticeable, but I need to delete this. If those values here on the settings only get loaded on Sylenth when you open a project, like if you come here and load some project, when it loads all the Sylenth instances, it will get the setting. Or if you delete all the Sylenth instance you had when you create a new one, at least on FL Studio, I'm not sure in Ableton how it works, but on FL, that's how it works. So now, another thing you can notice is I put to 30 here, but it corrects to 1. I think 1 is the maximum value for oscillator drift as far as I tested. You can already tell that the notes sound really weird. So basically, what it's doing is varying the pitch up to 1 semitone, upper and down. So every time the note gets retriggered, you have this effect, which sounds really kind of bad. It can be kind of cool if you want this type of effect, but you can also just do this with an LFO or something. Especially if you use this random one, it pretty much simulates this, I think. So I was testing values for oscillator drift. Now is the last thing I want to talk about, like what values do you want to put this on. So first I'll delete here. Of course 1 is the maximum value and is way over the top. Sylenth comes with 0.025, which is 1/40. If you try like 1.2 or 1.1, it's still really kind of over the top, as you're gonna hear now. So I'm just gonna make a normal C major chord here. C major, now I don't know what this chord would be. So if I just copy this over and put here, you can hear it. That it sounds pretty terrible. It's like really random and out of tune and stuff. If I try with like 0.1, it's not gonna change much. Let me copy this. I need to delete this Sylenth again. So yeah, if I come here with 0.1, it still sounds kinda terrible and out of tune. If you go to 0.5 though, Let me delete again the Sylenth. Yeah, okay, this isn't what I meant by 05005, which is half of 0.1. So if I go to this, which is like double what it comes with Sylenth, to me, it sounds pretty decent. I think the setting that comes with Sylenth, which is 0005, which is half of this, is really subtle. I think Leonard did this, the Sylenth developer, put this as the default value so people barely notice the oscillator drift, but this drift for me sounds better. It sounds like just random enough, like someone is strumming a guitar, and there's this little variation which can be really cool. So you can kind of hear it goes a little bit out of tune, but not really, still in tune, but there's this little cool variation. And if I put here 0, which is nothing, you get the normal sound you will get without oscillator drift before this update. Or with other synthesizers. I'm not sure if there's any synthesizer that does oscillator drift. But for me, 0.05 is the best value. So you get a little bit of drift. And it's more than it comes with Sylenth, so I thought this was interesting. This last update, I think it's really cool that Leonard's still updating Sylenth after all those years. It's 2022 and I mean, it's almost the end of 2022 and we got an update last Saturday and it has this really cool feature that simulates analog synths. And yeah, that's it. If you like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll try to make some synth tutorials with Sylenth. If you use Serum, you could follow along as well and change. I don't even know what the kids use these days to make EDM. I will try to get back into making EDM, making some cool tracks there and creating new sounds. So if you're interested, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I see you guys next time.